And what up, everybody? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. This channel talks about zines and DIY publishing. And today it is August the 5th, and I am happy to say that all the details have been worked out for me, at least personally, so that I will be attending the San Francisco Zinefest on September 4th. I know it has been a while since I went to a Zinefest. I am absolutely ecstatic for it. Not too far from where I live, so it all pans out. Vacation time has been approved. Table fee has been paid. Now is the fun part of basically I have a month to do a bunch of things that I have on my checklist that I want to do before San Francisco Zinefest for San Francisco Zinefest. That checklist is to create different price points for the merch that I have, different price points for different things, right? So like I want to have some stickers, buttons, zines, possibly a new shirt. And one of the funner things that I really do want to tackle is I want to have kind of like a Wheel of Fortune wheel so that everyone that can come to my table and get one free item, and they'll spin this wheel, and then that wheel will tell them what it is they win. So that's probably the biggest project that I want to have done before the event. One of the other things I have to do is basically figure out, can I have that on my table? Because I only got half a table. I did request a full table, but I only got half. And so in that way, I don't want it to be loud or disruptive for whoever I'm sharing the table with. I hope that whoever I share the table with is cool, which is one of those things that always kind of gives me anxiety, because if you get someone that you just are not vibing with. I always remember in LA Comic Con, the first year I was tabling, there was a fella there. He had a comic. I forget what it was about, but he was not fun to be around. And he was on the table next to me. I couldn't imagine sharing a table with him, but just him being next to me was like, oh my God, I can't stand this fella. But yeah, so I'm ecstatic. So that's one of the things. So also want to create more zines and fun things. One of the main objective obviously will be to get new subscribers to the Furrow Comics project. I think that people seeing the back issues there and kind of vibing and understanding what we do. A lot of the people that are going to show up are going to be artists, so definitely we'll be able to find potential contributors for the for the Furrow Comics project as well. And I just think that overall, man, I'm just happy to be able to go to some Zinefest and do this. I definitely am a little weary. Like, I'm fully vaccinated. Obviously, we can't tell who's coming in or not coming in, vaccinated, or what condition they're coming in. So that's definitely something that's on my mind, and I'm not too sure yet what my approach to that's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to be masked up or what. I mean, it is very hot to be masked up, but definitely think that having some hand sanitizer at my table is something that I should do. And that's one of those other things that like is on my checklist of like, what would be the procedure that I'm going to have to try to keep people safe at my table, which is something I've never really considered before, but now I'm considering. So like one of the things was, before I would have all the zines out and people can grab each and every single one of them. But now I think because of what's going on, my plan is to have just the one copy that people can touch and look through, right? And then use hand sanitizer after they look at that issue. And then when they purchase one, it'll be just one that hasn't been touched by a lot of folks. So that's one of the things that I'm thinking about for safety, kind of like, for the safety and well-being of everyone there. So like, these are the things that I'm thinking about. Different things are as well. Some of the back issues for comics that have been discontinued. My personal comics, I do think that I'm gonna reprint them and have them there, just as more things to have, more options for people to kind of see what they could expect from the Furrow Comics project. Obviously, we do have 4 back issues, and the idea is that I'm gonna have the next issue dropping this month, which I will take to San Francisco Zinefest with me. So then it'll be 5 issues of the Furrow Comics project. I think that way people can get a more comprehensive look at what it is. And that was always the plan. It's just not a lot of Zinefests were happening, and a lot of Zinefests that were happening were too far for me to travel out to. And it just so happens that the San Francisco Zinefest is in my neck of the woods, not far, and all the things just fell in place, and it's gonna happen, and I'm really excited. And I wonder what the turnout's gonna be like. I don't know if people are vibing with events like that and are just gonna show up, or if it's gonna be milder. Because I've done the San Francisco Zinefest on 2 prior occasions, and I gotta admit that those are always slammed. Like, they're always packed with people. But in this new current era, like, I wonder what it's gonna be like. So some of the things that I have going on prior to it, I will be documenting, showing you guys on the channel. Definitely planning on trying to grow the channel because we're almost at that 1,000 mark, and the watch time is looking solid. So, you know, that's another thing that hopefully will help us kind of push us over the edge on that point. And like, we're just gonna keep building this thing up, man. The more I work it, the more it works, and I'm happy about that. I love putting money into other underground artists' hands. I love being able to just print and publish and mail out this comic that I work on. I fucking dig it. I enjoy it. Alright, you guys, that's all I got for you guys today, man. Just that update. San Francisco Zinefest, September 4th. I will be there. I hope you guys are there as well. If you guys are in the area. If not, I will be fucking documenting, creating a bunch of fucking content there so you guys can hopefully see it, feel like you're a part of it. Definitely excited. And for anyone else, if there are any other fucking Zinefests that you know that are going on around the Northern California area, let me know, man, because I definitely am excited for this one. And that Wheel of Fortune kind of giveaway idea I have, I definitely want to take it to other places. And there's some theory behind that that I'll definitely get into in another video. Not today. Today's just a very, generally talk about kind of where I'm at mentally and the kind of things that I want to tackle before going to the San Francisco Zinefest. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Lights.